You can make $10,000 a month virtually wholesaling real estate in 2023. That means if you were to start today, hold on, let me think. Hold on. You could still make six figures by the end of the year without ever leaving your house. Last year, we did a little over six figures in our first 8 months following these steps. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video so you don't miss out on any of the necessary steps and can make 2023 your year. Let's get into it. For those of you that have been following the channel, some of our steps, methods have changed or been updated, but when you're doing real estate, you gotta change with the market. So the first step of virtually wholesaling real estate is generating leads. Now there are a few ways to go about generating leads, but there's a couple main ones that I tend to stick to. So the first thing you can do is called a database search. Now you can pick your database of preference, whether that be Propstream, Batch Leads, the new Prop Wire that just came out and is free, Flipster, or any of those databases, and you'll use that to pull lists of motivated sellers for you to market to. As many of you know, I personally use Propstream. I think that it has the best data, the most information, and the best user interface. If you guys want a link to a free trial and a discount, I'll have that below down in the description. So in generating leads, the great thing about doing it virtually, whether on market or off market, is you can pull a list from properties anywhere in the US, or you can open Zillow and target on market properties in any city. Here's real quick how the databases look. So this is Propstream. It opens up a map, you type in the area you want to search, add the filters you want, and boom, it returns a list of properties matching the descriptions that you set in the filters. You can then take your list, whether it be tired landlords, pre-foreclosures, tax delinquents, or vacant homeowners, and export them out of the database to be uploaded into one of your marketing channels so you can start contacting these leads. So those are off-market properties. Now, if you want to attack on-market properties, meaning that they're listed with a real estate agent on the MLS, the multiple listing service, and they're probably on Zillow and Redfin, that is another great way to find wholesale opportunities. In 2023, we actually formatted my business a little different, where we focus a little less on off-market direct to seller and a little bit more on market, and this is how we do that. You can go onto Zillow and set filters for the properties you want. In my case, I like single family homes that have been on the market for more than 90 days, and then I just call the real estate agent and give them my pitch. Now that's something along the lines of, hey, I'm an investor in the area, I saw this listing has been on the market for a while, what's going on with that? Then when they tell you, you build rapport, give them a low cash offer. If they accept, you're able to get it under contract and assign it to an end buyer, just like an off-market property. So regardless of whether you choose to go off-market direct to seller or on-market agent outreach, you'll be generating these leads, contacting them, and trying to get them locked up under contract at a good price that you can wholesale. Now, if you guys want a full deep dive breakdown on how I generate leads, pull lists, and contact real estate agents, I'll have that video for you down below in the description box. Step number 2 is you gotta contact or market to those leads. Now, if you're doing off-market direct to seller, that list that you pulled from your database, you're gonna skip trace it using one of the multiple skip tracing services. And if you're using Propstream like I am, you can skip trace right in the database. That'll return the phone numbers, addresses, and email addresses of all the contacts that you pulled. You can then choose if you want to text, cold call, or direct mail all your leads. Me personally, I always start off by cold texting. It's the most time efficient. You can uncover who's interested and key in on those leads once you know they're motivated sellers. So the way that I personally text now in 2023, because they changed a lot of the laws about what you can say, how you can market, they made it very difficult to text. I now use a system called REI Reply, where I can send out batch texts to multiple leads all at once. So what I do personally is I take my contact list I got from Propstream, I upload it into REI Reply, which looks like this here, and you can upload your contacts, it creates a list, it adds to campaign, and then you just highlight the ones that you want to market to, and boom, they all get texted every 15 minutes or whatever interval that you set, messages that you pre-worked out, and then you just have to sit back and wait for them to contact you back. Now, because I like to do everything efficiently, while I set up this drip campaign on REI Reply to text all these off-market sellers, I simultaneously then go and start contacting on-market agents. So let's say I live in Chicago, but I have buyers and I want to virtually wholesale in Knoxville. While I'm texting these Knoxville leads I pulled from Propstream off market using REI Reply, I'll be looking for leads in Knoxville on market on Zillow. which means I'll be going to Zillow, setting my criteria to single family homes, arranging it from newest to oldest, go to the latter pages of the list to the older properties, and start working my way back from there. Now I'm calling agents about properties that have been on the market for 3, 4, 5 months and giving them lowball offers to try to see if I can get one accepted. So if you're gonna keep all your data organized, you're also gonna need a CRM. Now CRM stands for Customer Relations Management, and it's where you can put all your leads, set times to follow up, and stuff like that. Now REI Reply has a built-in CRM, but me personally, I don't like it. So I chose to go with something called Follow Up Boss. Now Follow Up Boss is a great tool that I've been using since I first started, and it only costs about $70 a month. Now there's free options such as Podio and some other things out there, so do your due diligence and find a CRM that's gonna work best for you. So once you've marketed to your leads and you've started your negotiations, both on market and off market, over the phone, the next step is getting them locked up under contract. Now this may seem like the most difficult part, especially when you're doing things virtually, but if you utilize the power of networking to find boots on the ground, real estate agents to work with, and other investors in other territories, then it's gonna make your life a lot easier. Now, if you wanna learn more about networking and why it's so important, I'll have that video for you down below in the description. So let's say one of your lowball on-market offers, or one of the sellers that you directly reached out to via text, and you were able to get on the phone, subsequently agreed to the price you needed, and you got it under contract. Now you have to go find yourself a buyer. Now finding a buyer virtually may seem like a hassle, but like I said, building rapport can definitely help. Because of my networking efforts, I know investors in many different markets all around the country. And if you don't have any of those connections yet, you can join multiple Facebook groups that look like these all around the country. And one of the best ways to virtually wholesale is to JV or joint venture with another investor. This is good for a couple of reasons. Once you find the deal, get it locked up under contract via Facebook groups or personal connections or calling around to real estate agents, you can find another investor in another market to JV with. This means you guys will share the contract and they will be tasked with going and finding a buyer, and you'll split the fee. Not only does this give you access to buyers in other markets, but this also means you don't have to do the work of dispositioning your own deal. So once you get it locked up and you sign a JV agreement with another investor, you can go back to continuing to look for more contracts while they go and find a buyer to bring to the table. Doing this is a powerful, powerful tool that can let you lock up multiple deals every month in any market with half the work. If you guys want to JV with me, I have a link down below in the description that'll take you to my website. You can put in your deal information, and like I said, I have buyers in probably around a dozen markets all around the country, so no matter where you're looking for deals, I can probably help you out. Now, if you guys are having trouble analyzing your leads, figuring out the ARV, pulling comps, and you're finding that it's difficult to lock up the contracts for the numbers that you need, I have a video that breaks down the numbers and makes sure that you can make good offers and get the contracts for the price you need. If you guys need that video, you already know where to look. All right, before we get to the next step, if you guys are enjoying this video and getting value from it, like the video, smash that subscribe button, show your man some support so I can keep making more videos like this. Another way you can actually find buyers is if you pulled your list from a database. You can always go on that database and search for cash buyers, landlords, people in the area of your deal that seems like they may want to buy it. Pull that list, export it just like you did the seller leads, and contact them via text or call. Tell them you have a deal and see if they're interested. Now, once you have a buyer lined up, you're gonna need to submit your contracts to a real estate closing attorney or a title company so they can open escrow and begin the process. Now, whichever one you choose between an attorney or title company, and depending on what state, you might have to choose one or the other. You're gonna need to know how to do assignments and be comfortable with them, or they might end up killing your deal. Now, if you want a full breakdown of what a real estate attorney or title company does, who they are, and how you can find them, I'll link that video, yeah, you guessed it, down below in the description. So you've got escrow open, you've got buyers in mind, or they're being brought to the table by a JV partner. They're gonna need to see the property. Now, because you're doing things virtually, if it's an on-market property, they'll already have pictures of it, and the buyers can see those pictures online, as well as be shown the property by the agent. But if you're doing an off-market property, you may need to host an inspection, which means you may need to have your JV partner go in there to take pictures, or you may need to go on Facebook to find a boots on the ground, or somebody you can pay $20, $30 to go to the property and take pictures for you. You'll then use those pictures to try to get buyers, but they're still gonna probably wanna check out the property. Again, you'll be utilizing a real estate agent, JV partner, or boots on the ground to go to the property, host an inspection on your behalf so everybody can see what they're bidding on. Once you have a buyer with a deal that you want to accept, you're going to execute an assignment contract. Now, an assignment contract is what you actually use to wholesale, and it assigns your rights in the original purchase agreement with the seller to this end buyer. So now they'll be sliding in, taking over your role as the buyer in the contract, and they'll be the ones closing on the property. You're going to ideally be assigning it to them for more than you had it contracted for, and the difference in those two contracts is your assignment fee. Now, a general assignment fee is around 5 to 10 grand. In 2022, my average assignment fee was a little over 11,000. So again, if you're doing 1-2 deals a month, you're going to be making a load of money in 2023. Now, my assignment contracts always have a non-refundable $5,000 earnest money deposit required by the buyer, so you know they're serious, they don't waste your time, and you don't get screwed over. If you guys want my exact contracts that I've used to close all of my deals, comment contracts please down below, like the video and subscribe, and I will hook you up with all of my contracts free of charge. So now that you've got a buyer lined up, all your contracts submitted in escrow, whether that be a title company or an attorney, it's time to prepare for close. Now, you're gonna think that your job is done when the contracts are signed, but as a wholesaler, you're literally getting paid to problem solve. You're gonna be playing janitor, cleaning up messes, figuring things out. No matter how simple a deal may seem, there's gonna be problems and issues. So your job is to stay in constant contact with either the seller or the real estate agent, as well as your end buyer, and make sure that things go smoothly leading up to your close date. Now, barring no extreme circumstances, you should be able to close from the moment that you got the house under contract within about 30 days. So now, to put things in perspective, I'm currently about to close a virtual wholesale deal with one of my students, Jamel. Now, Jamel brought me a deal that was in South Carolina. He lives in North Carolina, I live in Chicago. For both of us, this was a virtual wholesale deal. Now, he brought the deal to my attention, wanted me on the deal as a JV partner. This is because he didn't have any buyers in the area and he wasn't really sure how to structure the deal. So he brought the deal to me, I talked to the seller and actually locked it up under contract for us. He drove an hour out to the property to FaceTime me, take pictures and video while he was there. And now I'm currently dispositioning the deal using Facebook to find a buyer for the deal. If our numbers are correct and things go as they should, we should make about $15,000 to $20,000 on this deal. And I've never even seen the property. So that's gonna be $10,000 for me, $10,000 for Jamel, because he utilized JVing and we were able to virtually wholesale this property without even living in the same state. And that just showcases the power of virtual wholesaling. All right, so then once you guys have all of those steps executed and the property closes, you'll get wired or mailed a check for your portion of the assignment fee, and that's it. You just virtually wholesaled your first property. Now, you do this repeatedly, month after month, get 1, maybe 2, even 3 deals a month, and you're gonna be swimming in the money by the end of 2023. Now, if you guys have any questions about any of the steps, or you want expanded detail on any of the steps, I'll have a separate video for each step down below in the description for you to follow and learn more about. Now, make sure you master these steps, and I promise you, by the end of 2023, you'll have made 6 figures, changed your life, and your only regret will be that you didn't start this sooner. So you're in Jamestown now. Relax, take some notes, and let's make some money.